let me surrender that padam at his lotus feet. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Therefore, let me surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead and offer my obeisances unto Him, who is beyond the conception of human speculation, the mind, activities, words, and arguments, who is the original cause of this cosmic manifestation, by whom the entire cosmos is maintained, and by whom we can conceive of its existence. Let me simply offer my obeisances, for He is beyond my contemplation, speculation, and meditation. He is beyond all of my material activities. Please repeat. Therefore, let me surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead and offer my obeisances unto Him, who is beyond the conception of human speculation, the mind, activities, words, and arguments, who is the original cause of this cosmic manifestation, by whom the entire cosmos is maintained, and by whom we can conceive of its existence. Let me simply offer my obeisances, for He is beyond my contemplation, speculation, and meditation. He is beyond all of my material activities. Purport. One simply has to realize the greatness of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One should not try to understand Him by any material means, subtle or gross. Mother Yashoda, being a very simple woman, could not find out the real cause of the vision. Therefore, out of maternal affection, she simply offered obeisances unto the Supreme Lord to protect her child. She could do nothing but offer obeisances to the Lord. It is said, Achintyaha khalu ye bhavana tams tarkena Ujjain. Mahabharat Bhisma Parva 522. One should not try to understand the supreme cause by argument or reasoning. When we are beset by some problem by which we can find no reason, there is no alternative than to surrender to the Supreme Lord and offer Him our respectful obeisances. Then our position will be secure. This was a means adopted in this instance also by Mother Yashoda. Whatever happens, the original cause is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sarva Karana Karanam. When the immediate cause cannot be ascertained, let us simply offer our obeisances at the lotus feet of the Lord. Mother Yashoda concluded that the wonderful things she saw within the mouth of her child were due to Him. Although she could not clearly ascertain the cause, therefore, when a devotee cannot ascertain the cause of suffering, he concludes, Tatte nukampam sushamikshamano bhunjana vevatma kritam vipakam vidvag vapurbhir pidadan namaste jiveta yomukti pade sadaya bhag. The devotee accepts that is due to his own past misdeed, that the Supreme Personality of Godhead has caused him some small amount of suffering. Thus, he offers obeisances to the Lord again and again. Such a devotee is called Mukti Pade Sadaya Bhak. That is, he is guaranteed his liberation from this material world, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text 14. Matra sparsastu konteya sito suna sukha dukkadaha agama painos nityas tam stitikstaiva bharata. We should know that material suffering due to the material body will come and go. Therefore, we must tolerate the suffering and proceed with discharging our duty as ordained by our spiritual master. Translation again. Therefore, let me surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead and offer my obeisances unto Him, who is beyond the conception of human speculation, the mind, activities, words, and arguments, who is the original cause of this cosmic manifestation, by whom the entire cosmos is maintained, and by whom we can conceive of its existence. Let me simply offer my obeisances, for He is beyond my contemplation, speculation, and meditation. He is beyond all of my material activities. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovistham Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you again, all those devotees are here, for giving me this great opportunity to speak about this verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So here we realize how even Mother Yashoda, when she's serving Lord Krishna, she's also astonished. She's also in a state that she doesn't know what to do. This is the second time that she is seeing the universe in Krishna's mouth. First time, once, when she was breastfeeding Lord Krishna, when she was breastfeeding Lord Krishna, Krishna yawned. Krishna opened his mouth and yawned as a little baby. And Mother Yashoda could see the same thing. The whole universe, the earth, all those 7 islands, even Vrindavan, even herself, Krishna, everything and everything, even that we don't see. So Mother Yashoda could see everything, and she was astonished. She was chonk gaya, jaise kehte hain. And she didn't know what to do. But she was again here when she asked Krishna to open his mouth. Krishna said, "Okay, Mata." And he opened his mouth, and Mother Yashoda saw everything in his mouth, and he was enamored. He was overwhelmed. And in that position, Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Krishna Balaram, Shri Gaunitai, Shri Raghunath Baladev, Subhadra Maharani, Shri Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So in this way, that's also our position, that we have to surrender to Krishna at every moment. Not only when we are in such condition as Mother Yashoda, but we are always in this condition. We are always confused. We are always we don't know what to do. So the best option is to surrender to Krishna, to surrender to the spiritual master, to surrender to the authority also. Why not? Sometimes we have to surrender to Krishna, but we think we should not surrender to our authority. Because our authority is also connected to the Guru Parampara. When they are also pleased by our service, we get connected to the Guru Parampara. We should not think that, okay, no, I should not surrender to him. He's not as perfect, but when he has taken the responsibility, when he has taken the charge of that service on behalf of Srila Prabhupada, on behalf of the Guru Parampara, then we need to surrender. Just like Srila Prabhupada told some devotees, also, Srila Prabhupada, we can surrender to you, and we are ready to follow you, but we are not ready to follow the GBC. So Srila Prabhupada said, and like they come to Srila Prabhupada, they don't follow the GBC and they come to Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada, then he would, when the other members of the GBC would approach him, he would tell them, you see, actually they don't want to surrender to Krishna, because they don't want to surrender to the GBC, because I told them, this is my instruction to follow the GBC, to follow the authority. And they are coming to me and they say, no, Srila Prabhupada will surrender to you, but we don't surrender to the GBC. So that's completely contradictory. If you want to surrender to Srila Prabhupada, the GBC is the ultimate authority, so we have to surrender. We have to surrender to our authority also. If sometimes we may have doubt, then we should maybe confirm to our superior, more superior authority to confirm it, Guru Shastra Sadhu, if you have some doubt. But normally, if we have to just do some seva and go clean the toilet, go do that, we just surrender. And we just surrender. So, Mother Yashoda's simple, like her simplicity, because he couldn't understand. She couldn't understand why the universe, why she can see the universe in Krishna's mouth. So, only one option she saw, to surrender to the Supreme Lord. And here it is mentioned that Mother Yashoda, out of maternal affection, she simply offered obeisances unto the Supreme Lord. For what reason? Not that because she was confused or she could not understand, but she offered her obeisances to the Supreme Lord to protect her child, to protect Lord Krishna. So that's what's the mood of all the devotees of the Lord, especially in Braj, to protect Krishna, to satisfy Krishna. That's what their whole world, their whole activities are all about that, to please Lord Krishna. And one thing in the purport, when Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that we can't understand the supreme cause by any argument or reasoning. We can see many people, especially who claims to be scholarly, to be advanced in academic knowledge, they don't accept the authority of the Supreme Lord. They don't accept Bhagavad Gita. They don't accept Srimad Bhagavatam, the Vedas. They want to have their own research. They want to speculate on the mental level or intellectual level to try to understand material nature. But in the Bhagavad Gita, in Srimad Bhagavatam, in all the scriptures, it's clearly mentioned who is the Supreme Lord. That we are all living entities, part and parcel, they can't just simply accept this truth. It is so simple and so easy to just accept than speculating for millions and millions of years, than like driving the how you say, the mind, driving the airplane or whatever, because the mind can go so fast. It's difficult to calculate how fast the mind can fly. In 1 second, I can go to Vrindavan by my mind, or I can go to Mauritius. Where is my family? So in 1 second, so that's the speed of the mind. Even we speculate fast, by the speed of the mind, we can't understand Krishna. So the simple process is just to surrender. Just to surrender. Others have some faith and take shelter of the spiritual master and surrender. Associate with the devotees, and gradually we'll understand. We'll be able to understand. I'm not saying Krishna completely. Mother Yashoda, she is mother of Lord Krishna, but she is not able to understand Krishna. Meaning, she is not able to understand Krishna's Aishwarya, Krishna's position as a supreme Lord, but she knows that Krishna, that God, there is, normally they were worshipping in Vrindavan. When you go to worship Lord Nrsimhadev, Nanda Maharaj has his Istadev, he will worship Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayan. But Mother Yashoda, she surrendered herself to the Supreme Lord. Although the Supreme Lord was on her lap, she could not understand Krishna is the Supreme Lord, but she surrendered herself to the Supreme Lord. So that's the mood in Vrindavan. They don't see Lord Krishna as the Supreme Lord. They see Lord Krishna as their son. But for us, one simply has to realize the greatness of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We have to, our way of worship is, although we're worshipping Shri Radha Krishna, Srila Prabhupada, or even our scriptures teaching about deity worship. We are teaching that we have to worship Shri Radha Krishna in opulence as Lakshmi Narayan. With surrender, with opulence, with awe and reverence. So we are in that position. So that's why we all have to serve Lord Krishna as a servant, and with opulence, and what's best we can offer to Lord Krishna. Also, opulence-wise, we can't offer him diamond crown, golden crown. But what can we offer? In deity worship, there are two main things that we can offer to Lord Krishna. Like, one is cleanliness and punctuality. Cleanliness, punctuality, this is most important in deity worship. Plus, we have to offer worship as according to our capacity. Srila Prabhupada mentioned in one of the verse, like while he was explaining, he said, okay, for one who doesn't have anything opulent, he can offer patram puspam phalam toyam. But for one who has opulence, who have money, she should have a big plate, golden plate, silver plate, and offer big feast to the Lord. It's not that, okay, Krishna says, patram puspam phalam toyam, let me offer him. Also, for me, I have a big plate, big feast, and ghee, whatever, opulence, paneer, rasmalai, rasgulla, whatever, everything, and followed Krishna. Okay, Krishna says, patram puspam phalam toyam. No. Srila Prabhupada says, no. If you got the opulence, if you got the riches, then you offer him everything in as a king, as a king. And Krishna is a king. So in this manner, the first part, it is mentioned how we have to, we have to realize the greatness of the Supreme Lord. That's why we should not hesitate to offer our obeisances. In the beginning of Krishna consciousness, when Srila Prabhupada, when the devotees, like people, the hippies like join, and some of them say, Srila Prabhupada, we don't like, from inside, we don't really want to offer our obeisances. We don't really want to surrender. But Srila Prabhupada told them, no, you have to offer your obeisance. You have to surrender. If you won't surrender to Krishna, even if you don't want to surrender to Krishna, still you will have to surrender to someone else. You have to surrender to your boss. Yes, boss. You have to surrender to your wife. You have to surrender to the material world. You have to surrender to other than Krishna. So it's better, or it's the best. It is best to surrender to Lord Krishna, to surrender to the representative of Lord Krishna. So that's why Srila Prabhupada encouraged, even if you don't want to offer our obeisances, most of the time when people comes, even we ask them to offer our obeisances, they hesitate to offer obeisances. But we have to encourage them, because by offering our obeisances to the Lord, so many millions and millions of punya, pious punya we can get just by offering. All our sins can get washed away. We can revive our devotion to Lord Krishna. So just by offering obeisances, and even offering obeisances on different way we can offer our obeisances. But if one can't, His Holiness Sachinandan Maharaj was giving a seminar on offering obeisances, Dandavat or Panchanga, or if we are not able to do that, even in South India they do like that. There is no way to offer obeisances. Jai Ho. So, all is just surrendering process. We have to surrender our mind, body, words in the service of the Lord. And so this was a means adopted by, in this instance, by Mother Yashoda. Whatever happens, the original cause is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sarva Karana Karanam. Isvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. And sometimes we also confused. We don't think that Krishna is Sarva Karana Karanam. We think, he is Sarva Karana Karanam because he has caused me pain. He has caused me trouble. There was one seminar by His Grace Mahatma Prabhu, and he says that we shouldn't blame the instrument of our karma. समझ में आ रहा है? We shouldn't blame the instrument of our karma. So, if someone has come to give us some trouble, some dukh, some chinta, so we should not think, I will have my revenge. No. Ultimately he is an instrument of our karma. Through him we are paying our karma, and this is when, in whatever situation, even as a devotee, so many years we also face so many troubles. So we have to just accept it and surrender. So let us simply offer our obeisances as the lotus feet of the Lord. Mother Yashoda concluded that the wonderful things she saw within the mouth of her child were due to him. Although she could not clearly ascertain the cause. Therefore, when a devotee cannot ascertain the cause of suffering, he concludes. What does he conclude? Tattenukampam susamikshamano bhunjana vyatma kritam vipakam. So, this verse is so important, especially for the devotees. When Lord Brahma surrendered unto the Supreme Lord, he cited this verse because he could not understand Lord Krishna. He was confused. How a boy like him, is he really the Supreme Lord? So he tested Lord Krishna. But when Lord Krishna, by his own Maya, put Lord Brahma into Maya, in illusion, then he surrendered. And we can something regarding this verse is so important that in the purport of this verse, Tattenu Kampam Shushamik we can see how also we have surrendered to Lord Krishna for so many years, or maybe sometimes we also been surrendering for many lifetimes, little bit, we don't know. We can say, okay, I'm only trying to surrender myself. Maybe in past life you also tried to surrender to Krishna to some extent, and then we again fell into Maya, and then we surrendered because our devotional service continues birth after birth. So also we have been trying to surrender to Lord Krishna. We surrendered ourselves to Lord Krishna. Also all our sinful activities has been washed away. The reaction of our sinful activities have been washed away. There are traces, the desire to again commit sinful activities are there. That's what in the purport of this verse it is being mentioned. Tattenu kampam susamikshamaну. So Lord Krishna, He is so merciful to us. He is so merciful toward us that He gives us some kind of trouble. That is His special mercy. Srila Prabhupada mentions that is His special mercy. And regarding a special mercy, once Srila Prabhupada was, after his class, someone came to Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, please, Swamiji, I need some special mercy. For what? I'm not able to leave smoking. Give me some special mercy. So what Srila Prabhupada said, yes, there is something like special mercy in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the scripture. And when Krishna bestows His special mercy, He takes away everything from you. All your material opulence, everything you got, Krishna will take from you. So then that person said, no, Srila Prabhupada, I don't want that special mercy. I will try on my own to leave smoking and whatever. I don't want that special mercy. So that's how Krishna's special mercy sometimes works. Krishna's special mercy is sometimes is such a strong dose that even actually when Krishna sends His special mercy, He knows we are ready for that. Then He sends that special mercy. He won't send when we're not ready to accept that special mercy. He will not send that special mercy on us because He knows if He will try to take everything away from us, हम भाग जाएंगे. And the dose is too strong for us. No, Krishna won't do that. Krishna won't do that. Even Srila Prabhupada said, when he also felt that special mercy, when his business went down, his store took fire, his wife, tea or me? Chai ya main? Chai. So in this way, Srila Prabhupada felt a special mercy, and then also Srila Prabhupada, he is Senapati Bhakta, he is Sakya Vesha but he is teaching by his own example how he also went through this type of test. So in this way, Srila Prabhupada, he surrendered to Krishna. When Srila Prabhupada was in Vrindavan, at Radha Damodar, he was struggling, going to Delhi, Chippiwada to print his Srimad Bhagavatam, and before that he was printing his magazine, his Bhakti Godhead magazine, distributing on the street, and he was struggling for and trying to save every penny, every penny. But still, like Srila Prabhupada didn't lose patience, he was determined, and when he was in Radha Damodar temple, one day, what he would do, this has been related after Srila Prabhupada's departure. One Goswami came to the devotees and told them, your Swamiji, Srila Prabhupada, actually what happened, he would hear crying, someone crying. He was living just near Radha Damodar temple, and he would hear someone crying always. At midnight, at 1 o'clock, at 2 o'clock in the morning, someone is crying. आप लोगों को ऐसा सुनाई देगा कि क्या सोचेंगे? भूत. But one day he really wanted to see what's happening. क्या हो रहा है? So he went on the roof and saw Srila Prabhupada sweeping the yard of Srila Rupa Goswami. And he was crying. What he was asking, Srila Rupa Goswami, how will I be able to follow the orders of my spiritual master, to bring Krishna consciousness to the Western world? How will I be able to do that? So in this way, Srila Prabhupada, he didn't get anything and everything just so easily. He had to struggle, he had to pray, he had to surrender to the Goswamis, he had to surrender to every circumstance and pray to the Lord to be able to succeed in his mission. And even before leaving, after sannyas, Srila Prabhupada, like another in Mayapur also, at Advaita Bhavan, one devotee from that temple, he came to Srila Prabhupada with a Bhakti Godhead magazine with a picture of Srila Prabhupada and told the devotees, this person used to come to my place, he used to come to this temple, and he would sit behind the temple and do japa for hours and hours. For so many years he did that. And then after some time he disappeared. And one day he saw one sannyasi chanting. And then he remarked that he was the same person. And he was sitting there chanting Hare Krishna and crying, praying to Advaita Acharya, please, praying to the Lord, please help me. How will I be able to fulfill the desire of my spiritual master? How will I be able to fulfill the instruction given by my spiritual master? So that's how Srila Prabhupada, he surrendered to every circumstance. And that's how he was able to bring Krishna consciousness to the whole world, even to our small island in Mauritius. That was his compassion. So in this way, we have to surrender to every circumstance and pray to the Lord. Pray. Time is flying. There's another nice example. When Srila Prabhupada was in Mumbai, in Bombay, one devotee came. His name was Nanda Kumar Prabhu. And Nanda Kumar Prabhu came there and he was in the temple, and in a few days he didn't come for Mangal Aarti. So the president told him, "You can't stay in the temple. Yeah, you have to go stay out somewhere." But Srila Prabhupada called Nanda Kumar Prabhu, and Srila Prabhupada told him, "You're taking sannyas. You're taking sannyas." And he was shocked. And Nanda Kumar Prabhu was saying something very, very important for all of us. And even many times I'm trying to practice that, to pray to Lord Nityananda. Even if we are not qualified, we are in such a circumstance, we have to speak, we have to preach to someone, we have to approach someone, and we feel we are not qualified, we are not on that level to do that. So we have to sincerely pray to Lord Nityananda. And Lord Nityananda, He is a representative, He is the original spiritual master. And He is so merciful. He will bestow, He will give us the strength, He will give us that ability to do that service. So we should never forget and always pray to Lord Nityananda and His representative, our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, before trying to do anything big, medium, or even small, if we really want to succeed for their pleasure. So that's how we should be. We should be always in a humble position. Oh, I did such a Zabardast Kirtan today. I gave such a beautiful class today. No, it's all by their mercy we can do. Because we have to realize from where we are coming, where we were entangled in material life, and by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and his representative, somehow or other we got this opportunity to do some seva. So we should we should remain a humble instrument in Srila Prabhupada's Iskcon. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for again for giving me this opportunity. And if there is any comment from anybody, if I have any question, if I won't be able to answer, there are so many senior Vaishnavas also, they will try. Yes, Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna. Can you kindly repeat about when one person said, Prabhupada, I surrender to you, but not the GBC? Can you repeat that part?
Okay, yeah. So there were some devotees in Iskcon who wanted to surrender to Srila Prabhupada, who wanted to follow the instruction of Srila Prabhupada and not directly follow the authority of the GBC. It was because since 1971, Srila Prabhupada wanted to establish the GBC, because even he also, when he would sit in the GBC meetings, he would also vote as a member, not as, he wouldn't say, I am your spiritual master, so I have the ultimate authority. No, he would also vote. He was just trying to train all the devotees, he was trying to train the GBC members like how to function and how to make the GBC work. So in that sense, there was some devotee, I don't remember, I have some difficulty remembering names and years, But this was one instance when this happens. Then Srila Prabhupada said, no, they don't want to surrender actually. That's why, because they want to stay independent. They don't want to surrender to the authority. Yeah.
This may sound like a very bold question, and not that I'm trying to say that GBC is not the authority, but let us give one consideration. Like, let's say a father, when he tells the son or others, my son is the best person in the whole world because he has done some very good things.
Because
if the same son does something incorrect, then the father will say, you are not my son. Sometimes they say, putra nahi ho. I say, you follow my point?
Yeah.
So similarly, anybody, whether GBC or any leader, as long as they are in good standing, one should follow them. If they are not, then should we still follow them, and then somebody can say that Prabhupada and GBC are different from
No, okay. In that instance, also, because the GBC, something we have to understand, something very important, that our society is only about 50 years experience they have. The GBC may sometimes like have some fault, but still, if we have some better suggestion, we help them to rectify. But they will remain our ultimate authority. We should not leave them. We should help them if we can to tell them, Prabhuji, okay, this is my request. Even now it is like that. If there is some resolution that the GBC has taken, that resolution will go back to all the temple presidents, and if there is something that they don't agree, they can again ask the GBC to. But the GBC remains because that's the final instruction of Srila Prabhupada. We can try to become independent, but we'll dry up because Srila Prabhupada wants us to follow the GBC. Srila Prabhupada wants us to again to remain under the wings of Iskcon. We can suggest so many things, try so many other things, but if we leave Iskcon, I don't. No, I'm not saying. I'm just in general. I'm telling because if you are leaving the authority of GBC, then ultimately we are not following GBC. We are not following Iskcon, and Srila Prabhupada is Iskcon, and Iskcon is represented by GBC. It's like that.
It's a difficult situation.
Yeah.
GBC members, not to name any names, just to understand, they had actually even blasphemed Prabhupada by not following Prabhupada's instructions. So then, how can you consider those persons as the ultimate authority?
Okay, I'm not speaking of one member, I'm speaking of the whole. So if one member is making some bluff or whatever, he can be removed. Krishna will do the needful. We can report him. Why not? We should report him. If he is not doing something great, he is not following this, we should report him. We should not be, because he is representing GBC, and if he has some defects or if he is not doing good, we have to report him. But ultimately, there is a board, there is Sastric research, Sastric evidence. They are doing so many things to do their best to follow what Srila Prabhupada said.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. All bodies to the assembled devotees.
Jai.